So people aren't the only ones who can get a little anxious during severe weather.
Yeah, just hearing a clap of thunder can send your pets into a frenzy.
Yeah, next weather forecaster Stacy DeFord has some very helpful tips to help calm your pets.
When severe weather hits, our first concern is keeping our family safe. And that includes all members of our family. Right, Zeke? Yeah. Right, Zeke? I met up with Mike Palmer, the owner of Premier Pet Supply, to talk about some products that can make your animals feel calm during severe weather. So if you have a pet who gets nervous during severe weather, like a thunderstorm, is there anything you can do to keep them calm?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to divert their attention and to keep them preoccupied with something that they're enjoying.
Oh.
So there's some great options out there.
That's genius. So I've heard about thunder shirts. Do you get those?
We do, yes. They actually are something that we've sold for many years.
Do they work?
I would say, based on our customer feedback, it's got about a 60% success rate. So it doesn't work for every dog or cat.
Okay, so of all the items that you've shown me, I imagine not every one is going to work for every pet.
Yeah, not necessarily. So it could be just a mix of all. Or it could be one that's working, and some may not work for every animal. But the best thing I would recommend is trying some of this prior to there being a situation where it's really important for these things to work. So this has been around forever, and I really like this. It's called the Kibble Nibble.
Okay.
And what's neat about this is that you can open this up, and you can put treats in there, or you can put an entire meal.
Oh.
So what's great about it is the dog can see it, they can smell it, they can hear it, but they can't get to it very easily. So it takes a while for them to get through.
Can they get to it?
They can, yeah.
Okay.
So on either end, there's
oh,
a hole
I
there.
see.
You cut back the tips in there based on the size of what you're putting in there.
I see.
And then you let them roll this around the house, and then they can actually work for their meal. So anytime you're actually having them exert energy, it actually helps a lot with that anxiety that they're having.
And I met up with Ben and Skippy, who are doing a little shopping, to see if they felt prepared for when severe weather hits. Do you feel like you're prepared?
I felt like I was prepared until you asked me that question.
Then the weather tracker and I headed over to see Stephanie Paluda, who had to find a place for her and her dog Scooby after severe weather hit her home in January. So tell me about what happened the night your pipes burst.
So I came home from work one day and it was like a tropical rainforest in the house. Hot water was pouring through the ceiling everywhere, and multiple spots. The poor dog was at home when this happened.
Oh no!
And
did Scooby find a dry spot?
He was sitting in his bed on the fireplace.
Okay, good. Okay.
one of the few dry locations.
So you're at the VRBO for a couple of weeks, and then you couldn't stay there. And so where did you end up after that?
I ended up in the she shed in somebody's backyard.
Oh my goodness! For how long?
For about 2 weeks. And a friend had this little she shed in her backyard.
Finding a rental house with a pet.
Same kind of thing as the VRBO.
Okay.
That there was, a pet. Only certain places would accept a pet. There's an extra fee for cleaning with the pet. So all those issues came into play as well. I needed a fenced-in yard.
And of course, we had to talk to an expert, Dr. Marcy McKeithen. Now, you're a veterinarian. Let's talk about pets and severe weather.
Yeah, so every pet responds differently to severe weather. Some pets, dogs and cats, do just fine, but some of them are very scared of the lightning, loud noises. So right now, everybody should make sure their pet is microchipped. That is
a thing.
Yes,
okay.
that is a thing. It's not a GPS. It's not going to, track their movement, but it's for instances just like that, where if your pet gets out, we have a little microchip scanner. We can scan their number, and it'll have their address, the family's address and phone number registered, and we can reunite.
So if you have to leave the house with your family, of course you're going to take your pet along with you. What are the essentials that you would need to take along with you?
So you want to make sure a family should always know if they need to be in a shelter situation, they need to know where their pet-friendly shelters are.
Okay.
Their pets need to be fully vaccinated because some of those shelters require vaccines for their pets to be there. Things you'll want to have water for your pet. You want to have to-go food bowls for your pet. Obviously, extra food.
Yep.
Any kind of medications. If they have refrigerated medications, you want to have a cooler for them.
Okay.
So the same things you would do as if you had a newborn are the things you need to do for your dog or cat.
That's a very good way of putting it. So now you know how to be prepared before severe weather hits, during, and after.